Hey Pisces, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all well. I'm going to pull the present energy, see what wants to come out. Devil, that was quick. Followed by the Hanged Man. What I'm getting with this is that fear is an illusion. That certain things that are holding you back, it's about shifting your perspective, shifting your mindset on those things. You could be dwelling on worst case scenarios or just kind of gaslighting your intuition, believe in yourself. Maybe some deep-rooted subconscious fear is causing you to procrastinate or avoid answering the call in some way, maybe to do with your purpose. It could be moving forward in business or just life in general. It's like, be aware that you create your reality by what you're thinking, feeling, what you're tuning into. Your attention is your currency. Not giving power to those thoughts. It's like you can be aware of how you're feeling without having that consume you in some way. But there's also a positive to this. It's like the fears that are holding you back, they really are just an illusion. And it's like you're going to have this realization, or you already have, or you're having it. Things are coming to being brought to light to show you that it's safe to move forward. It's safe to follow your heart in some way. It may mean cutting cords with a past energy. For some of you, it's like you've been continuously having to fight to defend what it is you love, what it is you're creating. Maybe just defending yourself in some way. It's like others seem to be pushing your buttons. You could be coming into contact with people that are draining you or testing you in some way. Realize that there's also blessings in this. It's helping you to set boundaries, showing you what you'll tolerate and what you... It's like going where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. It coming away from some kind of trauma bonding or attachment. Could be in friendships. It's like losing certain energies from your life, or certain energies leaving your life. Although on paper it seems to be a loss, it's a blessing in disguise. It's going to help you to free yourself financially, to clear some kind of block. Maybe certain energies are keeping you in a feeling of lack, or you can't truly thrive while in certain environments. By you cutting cords with certain people, places and things, it's actually going to help your business to thrive. You've already laid foundations for something, or it's like you've got the groundwork done, you've got the plan of action, the business plan, whatever it is. It's just a case of taking that next step, to embodying that, implementing it, moving forward. It's like choose a path, choose the right path. Feels like you've invested a lot of energy into protecting your dreams, into protecting yourself. Not letting that go to waste by letting these fears take over, or feeling like you need to stay attached to certain energies for some kind of safety or security. Realizing that that is an illusion. That relying on yourself, having that trust in yourself, knowing that you can always come back to yourself, you've got your own back, that's really what's going to keep you grounded. And not letting others drain your resources. For some of you, not all of you, it's coming up. It's like someone's actually taking from you or draining your finances. Not just in terms of energy, but maybe you're investing in someone or supporting someone that isn't serving you in some way. It's keeping you in a negative headspace. The Hermit. That's what's going to help you to lay foundations, to secure this future financially. And just so that you can stay in a place of wellness, like just in general. Something may be affecting your mental. Feels like someone that's continuously negative, or like your vibration irritates them because they're in a darker place right now. Realize that it's not about gaining something. Your peace isn't gonna come with gaining more. It's a case of going within, cutting cords with things that are no longer serving you. And I don't feel like this is something that you have to change too much. It's just about detoxing, clearing your energy field, not sacrificing yourself for others emotionally, financially, spiritually, mentally. Understanding that those that unconditionally love you wouldn't expect you to do that. It's like going within is going to help you to lay foundations for the long term. And maybe it means a period of isolation so that you can see something clearly. Something you already intuitively know. It's like your intuition's known this. You've known this for some time. I feel like everything that's happened, everything that's unfolded, you saw it coming. Maybe there's been some battle for you to fully trust in your intuition. I feel like certain situations that have occurred, it's proven to you how right you are. And to prevent how a situation's moving forward, the advice is to go within, to listen to that internal guidance system. Know that that's what's going to lead to your success. Future, Four of Swords, Ten of Cups. Someone's getting in the way. Something or someone is getting in the way of your emotional fulfillment. It's like something's waiting to come into fruition. Something maybe you've intended on co-creating, or you've been planting seeds to co-create for some time. But it's like once you fully move into your heart space, regardless of fear, moving through that fear, it's a very courageous energy. Choosing yourself, even if it means being alone for a minute. It's going to lead to emotional fulfillment, to you creating the life that you've dreamt of. Feels like a sense of community, a sense of family. You see yourself as the Two of Pentacles right now. Some of you have already gone into this Hermit energy, or it's like you've been in that whilst cutting cords with things, coming further home to yourself in some way. You're committed to balancing something out. It's like you know that you want to create something, or you want to experience something while you're here. There may have been some frustration or anger that past situations have got in the way of that, or you've invested so much time into certain people, places and things that you've left yourself at some loss. But I feel like this realization is liberating. It's going to mean that you can have what you want. Some people go through this lifetime and don't have that realization. Instead of dwelling on the fact that you've wasted time or invested time into things that don't serve you, realize that by moving down a road that didn't serve you, it's actually revealed to you what will. And that means opportunity. That gives you an opportunity to start again. There's a lot of opportunities coming in for you to make a lot of money. It feels like something for the long term. It feels like it sparks something off that you're going to be dedicated to for a long time. Something you're very passionate about. Communication could be coming in soon about this. You could be receiving an offer. Or it's like you put yourself out there in some way. Your hope was to break free from an emotional pattern. It's like getting out your own head, being able to move freely, not being weighed down. 111. It feels like in order to have kept certain people in your life, certain energies in your life, It meant suppressing emotion. It meant you not saying what you wanted to say when you wanted to say it, not being able to be who you truly are, express who you truly are, share how you feel. It feels like there was some kind of fear of expression. It's burdensome, and really it's you not expressing yourself fully. It's not so much that certain energies are the problem, it's the fact that you not expressing yourself fully is the problem. That you need to be, it's like when a flower doesn't bloom, don't change the flower, change the environment. And there's something here about that. That you feel like you're so far away from yourself, but actually it's not. It's like when you surround yourself with people who, like, it's like when you surround yourself with people who treat you like someone you're not, you forget who you are. People may not see your true essence, not understand you in a certain way. It's like you've played small to fit in someone else's box. That's coming to an end. It's left you in a place, it had you in a place of lack. You've been guided to put this down. It's meant you having a whole different level of patience. I don't feel like you've ever been slowed down to this point before. But it's been for your protection, so you could close out a cycle to prevent further heartbreak. This ending was inevitable, so that you could commit to something to do with your purpose, something that you're going to be very passionate about. It's going to help you to overcome obstacles. It feels like that energy when you take a dog off a lead and then it just runs. It's like it's free to just speed off. Feel that you've been held back in some way, like muzzled. That's how it's coming out. And it's like you finally got your freedom back. And it's like once you're in that, I feel like nothing's ever gonna pull you back into yourself again in the terms of playing small or dimming your light in some way. It's like you're gonna put yourself first, you and your inner child, regardless of who that means setting boundaries with. It's like your success is coming first. Feels like some honeymoon energy, but again, it's like just you. Even if someone else is around or there is like a lover there, it's you have this love for yourself. And you're happy to set boundaries with whatever, whoever, or it's getting to that point. Situations are causing some kind of, it's that melting point. It's time to choose yourself. Feels like you're going from walking on eggshells to just being able to, feels like a sigh of relief, a breath of fresh air. Coming out of this place of over-analysing. Some of you are conflicted about starting again, having a new beginning in terms of, it feels like a new relationship, emotional fulfillment. But it's going to lead to long-term stability. For those of you single, there is somebody new coming in. This person is emotionally available, but it's a choice for you to commit to yourself, to your long-term happiness. Ace of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, King of Cups, Lovers. Justice in love. But it means having courage to open your heart to this. There could be some fear if you have felt like you've been held back. It's like you're going to be catapulted forward. You're going to be running free. There may be some fear about bringing anyone into your energy because of past situations. But it's like have the courage to know that you've broken some cycle, to open your heart to this. It's like you've been prepared for this. Even past relationships, there's been lessons learned that have prepared you for this. It feels like a higher kind of relationship, a higher level of consciousness, higher level of love. And it's like that kind of love doesn't mean anything perfect. It's just like you can hold space for each other. This is something you've dreamt of, something you've been manifesting, something that wouldn't be available to you if you hadn't have willingly evolved, made the difficult decisions, put yourself first, decided that enough is enough. There's something here about being aware that relationships that we attract, even those that come with some pain, that we did attract those relationships for a reason. Either ignoring the signs to leave, or because something in ourselves was chemically addicted to that. Maybe some kind of trauma bonding, or and it's like, this is really, because it sounds sore, I don't know how to put this, but it's not going to resonate with everyone. But there's something about knowing that subconsciously you chose the past partner or the past partner's situations that caused some grief, caused some heartbreak, because you were manifesting from where you were at. And that may be because of childhood programming, traumas, past situations, things that weren't in your conscious control or understanding maybe at one point. But it's like you have a new level of awareness now. You're manifesting from a different place. You're attracting different energies, different things. This commitment's not like anything from the past. You wasn't even emotionally available in the past, even though you may have thought you was in some way. Could have been codependency, or like I said, like still needing to become aware of certain things. But it's like, this is something completely different. Long-term commitment. It could lead to marriage. Doesn't have to be in the like traditional sense. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune on that. Wheel of Fortune, Magician, Lovers, Two of Cups, and the King of Cups. It's like, it's up to you which way the wheel turns. It's time to fully embody that Empress energy, regardless of gender. Cut something out once and for all. Stand in your truth. There may be some hard truths that are difficult to hear, or maybe people coming back from the past. We had the Six of Cups come out earlier with the Page of Cups, the High Priestess. You may already intuitively feel like someone's going to show up, or you're going to hear from someone. But it's like, respond with grace. Use it as an opportunity to affirm who you are today, instead of fueling a past cycle of karma. There's something you've already closed out. Just being mindful that anyone coming back from the past, how you respond to that, if you want to take that energy into this new cycle, because it's up to you which way you go. Which is, I feel like what's coming out earlier with pick the right path. I feel like you're confident you will. It feels like one of those things, is that, you know, like tests you can't get wrong. That you're so prepared for this. You've been so prepared for this moment. Nothing's gonna persuade you to sacrifice yourself again. I feel like you trust your intuition to a different level now. No one's gonna be able to get around you. Yeah. King of Pentacles and the Sun on the Empress. Hello. I don't even know how to sum this into words. It's like Phoenix rising. It almost feels like going from a place of poverty to stress, maybe some forms of, like just heavy energy, to a feeling of liberation, clarity, coming out of confusion. Feeling confident in the steps you're taking, moving forward, seeing things evolve, pay off, seeing the next step appear. It feels like you could have been in the dark for some time trying to navigate through things, wondering if there'll ever be an end to certain towers. It feels like an ongoing tower, like it's just been falling and falling. But you've committed to manifesting a new lifestyle, a new beginning for yourself. And it's here. It's here. There may still be a few things that need to play out. It's like trusting in divine timing, in the divine plan. But know that you're going to be very successful if you're not already. You've mastered yourself in some way. Opportunities coming in for you to make a lot of money. Opportunities that wouldn't have been available if you hadn't have. It's like certain situations have shaped you. I've got an image of you like flying through the sea, being knocked up on every boulder and rock. And as you've come out on shore at the end, it's like you've been chiseled and shaped. And I feel like it's more of like on a spiritual level, it's like you're remembering yourself in some way. Remembering what truly makes you happy, the adventurous side of yourself. It feels like someone put out your flame in the past. Follow your first instincts when it comes to what you need to set boundaries with. The Prince of Swords is a truth-sayer, charismatic and outspoken. This young man rides out into the world with righteous and battle-ready zeal. Noted for his clever, inventive speech and philosophical viewpoints, this prince is quick to react to opposition and will jump at the chance to engage his opponent in a verbal contest of wills. His mercurial nature and a tendency toward imprudence lead some to believe him thoughtless and rash. Those who know him well, however, are drawn by his admirable courage and his tireless pursuit of justice. He will no doubt provoke all kinds of movement in your life, in the form of events, people and ideas, and encourage you to sharpen your own communication skills. Feels like somebody took you out of, not maybe out of character, but had you reacting on emotion, could press your buttons easily. You were very reactive in a situation. I feel like as much as you tried to argue your point, stand your ground, or like make your point in some way, make yourself heard, it made you feel worse the more you tried to get your point across, because somebody was committed to not listening, committed to keeping you in some kind of place of emotional turmoil. 5 of Cups, 8 of Cups. This had to end. It feels like you've mastered yourself in some way. It's like people that you've been around or been attached to may see you as just that. But it's like, it feels like some kind of, I don't know, like it feels slightly like narcissistic or manipulative, but there's something here where it's like you've gone quiet. That's how it feels, or that's how people are going to see it. It's like you don't feel a need to fight your corner anymore. You don't feel a need to explain yourself, over-explain yourself. It feels like defeat, but it's not. It's like surrender. Surrendering to the things you can't control. Choosing not to invest your mind, your thoughts, your words, your attention into anyone or anything that is committed to pulling you down in some way, whether consciously, subconsciously, whether they're aware or they're not. It's like choosing yourself. A lot of blessings coming in, abundance. It feels like rewards for you following your intuition and standing in your truth. The Empress on the back of this pack as well. Time to take action, the power of creativity, success that allows for a life of luxury. It's like you're gonna you're coming out on top. It feels like everyone's going to wonder how this has happened, because it feels like people have tried to defeat you in some way. But no matter how many times you get knocked down, it's like you're coming back up. Have patience, don't worry, take time to rest and plan your next steps. A prudent investment of time or money. 2727. Satisfaction from a job well done. Plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. It's like certain energies keeping you in your head, keeping you distracted. By keeping your attention there is a chance you could fail to see this magical opportunity. That's what's coming out here. Magical opportunity, potentially miss this. Ace of Pentacles, all of this here. It's just like tuning in and focusing on what you want to create. Obviously taking time to process emotions, be kind to yourself, rest when you need to. But it's like, what do you want? Really choosing what you want. Because it's like we don't receive things by accident. What are you energetically asking for, regardless of what you're saying you want? It's like, would you be ready to receive what you wanted if it was here now? Creating space for that to come in. Falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone. Forgiveness. There is reconciliation on that card, but I just don't feel like that's what it is. But I feel like it is forgiving. Like, obviously you'll know if you are or not going back to someone from the past, but for the majority I feel like you're going to be moving forward, but it means not holding on to some kind of resentment that stops you from really shining your light. It's like holding on to that hate only poisons you, like it's like whoever's holding on to that bitterness, it's going to affect you, your health, how you look physically, how you function. It's like choosing to forgive, not just for others, for yourself. Some of you are resisting this commitment to a new beginning. It's like being stuck in your head about this. It's like, just ride the wave, commit to the vision. There's a lot of things coming in, love, money, business opportunities, or just opportunities to have some kind of long-term stability. And going back to the beginning of this read with the Devil and the Hanged Man, it is just a case of you shifting your perspective, looking for things to be grateful for, seeing the good in the bad. How have you evolved from these things? How has it helped you to move forward? What have you learned? How can you help others? How, is that something you needed to know for your purpose? And not just looking from it from that way. It's like not bypassing your emotions. It's like you've got every right to be angry, to be sad and hurt, and processing that, creating space for yourself, honouring that, releasing it, but not letting it hold you back by suppressing it and telling yourself that things are okay when you intuitively know they're not. 10 of Swords, the Tower, and the 5 of Swords. Don't really want to end it on that, but it's definitely a sign to release something. I'm going to leave it there. If this did resonate, like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you soon. Sending so much love.